What is going on, guys? Sinister here, back with another 2K18 video. We're looking at the all-time rosters. People have been wanting it for years, and it's finally here. We got the all-time rosters for every single team, so prepare for some stars to be seen. Sixers, we got AI, Julius Erving, Wilt Chamberlain, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer, Andre Iguodala, Hershey Hawkins, a young Hershey Hawkins, George McGinnis, Joel Embiid made it on there. Maurice Cheeks, Doug Collins, Drew Holiday. I forgot he was at the Sixers for a while. Daryl Dawkins, Henry Bibby, and Aaron Mickey. Bucks, Kareem, Oscar, Sidney, Ray Allen, Giannis, Michael Redd. Who's this? Bob Dandridge, Vin Baker, Terry Cummings. A lot of these players I'm not going to know, guys, and I apologize for that. I do know a lot of NBA players, but this is all-time teams, so I'm not going to know a lot of them. But it'd be interesting right now to play with a Brandon Jennings and Andrew Bogut on the Bucks. That'll be cool. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Derrick Rose, Artis Gilmore, Dennis Rodman, Jimmy Butler, Jerry Sloan, Joakim Noah, Bob Love, Luol Deng, BJ Armstrong, Tony Kukoc, I think was his name. Yeah, Tony Kukoc, Horace Grant, Charles Oakley, Steve Kerr. Great team there. Probably the worst all-time team. Do you even have, well, obviously they have LeBron and Kyrie, so never mind. It's basically going to be the Cavs now and then, or the Cavs last year and then Brad Daughtry somewhere and then a bunch of nobodies, or Mark Price too. Mark Price, Brad Daughtry, Kyrie, LeBron, and there we go. Big Z, Kevin Love, Larry Nance, Ron Harper. World Be Free. I didn't know he played for the Cavs. I've always liked World Be Free just because of that shot, but I didn't know he actually played for Cleveland. Artist, Austin Carr, Tyrone Hill, Anderson Varejao, Greg Illo. Hello? I don't know. Another team that's going to be stacked. Larry Bird, Bill Russell, John Havlicek, Bob Cousy, Kevin McHale, Paul Pierce, Dave Cohens, Robert Parrish, Sam Jones, Kevin Garnett, Isaiah. We're finally at somebody with a lower than 90 overall. It only took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other players. So you can have a full starting 5 and a full backup 5 with a 90 or above overall. And then you got Isaiah Thomas, Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen. When Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo, and Isaiah Thomas are some of your worst players in franchise history, you might have a successful franchise. This one, on the other hand, you got Bob McAdoo, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin. So 2 of their top 3 players in franchise history just played last year. Says something. World Be Free. This is where I knew he played. I knew he played in LA. DeAndre, Ron Harper, Corey Maggette, Danny Manning. Is it Danny Manning? Yeah, Danny Manning. Bill Walton, man. Eric Gordon, JJ Bledsoe, Quentin Richardson. Quentin Richardson is on the all-time Clippers team. That's all I gotta say. This one's probably bad too. Both the Gasols on here, obviously. Zach Randolph, Mike Conley, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Shane Battier, Tony Allen, Bibby, White Chocolate, Mike Miller, Rudy Gay, Byron Scott, Greg Anthony, Beanie. I almost said Beanie Wells. Wrong sport. Bonzi Wells, James Posey. All-time Hawks. This is going to be a really old team, obviously, with Bob Pettit. Dominique Mutombo, Lou Hudson, Joe Johnson, Pete Maravich. This is a fun, this is a super fundamental team, though. This will be... I actually really kind of want to play with this team. I think it'd be a boring team to play with in 2K, but it's like such... such a fundamental team. All-time Heat. LeBron on a second team. D-Wade, Mourning, Shaq, Hardaway, Bosch, Rice, Ronnie Cicali. That's another player I've never heard of. Hassan Whiteside, Eddie Jones, PJ Brown, Sean Smith, Steve Smith. That's twice I've done that. Udonis Haslam, Brian Grant. I've always liked Brian Grant for one reason, and that was his dreads. He just had the most, those dreads just stood out to me, and I always spot him out. This is going slow. Eddie Jones is the best Hornets player all time. What? Oh, this is... Okay, this is Charlotte, so... I guess this team isn't really... Just came out, so this makes sense. Okay, I was thinking, the New Orleans and Charlotte thing always confuses me. So this is an all-time team who's only been out for, what... 15-ish years? Something like that? I don't know. Glenn Rice, Eddie Jones, Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, Kemba, Al Jefferson, Del Curry, Muggsy, Kendall Gill, Baron Davis, Derrick Coleman, Steven Jackson, PJ Brown. I feel like Steven Jackson had a higher overall onshore. I remember him having a solid 86. So I don't know what that's about. John Stott. This is going to be an interesting team. You have a starting, well, my starting line. Oh, never mind. I was going to put Gobert in there, but you can't start Gobert over Mark Eaton. You imagine this lineup of John Stockton, Pistol Pete Maravich. Shit. I mean, I was going to throw in Hayward, but you also, then you got Darren Williams, Karolinko, Rudy Gobert. This defense on this team, Karl Malone, Mark Eaton, Andre Karolinko, Rudy Gobert. These are some of the best defensive players ever on the same team. That's crazy. And then you got Paul Millsap and Derrick Favors. And I forgot about this big man, dude. Greg Ostrich, I think was his name. Is that how you said it? Ostertag? Just a big ass man. So you got a 7'2", 280-pound guy, 7'1", 245-pound guy, and a 7'4", 275-pound guy. Whew. All-time kings: Big O, Mitch Richmond, Jerry Lucas, Nate Archibald, Chris Webber, DeMarcus, Peja, Mike Bibby, Vladi, Theus Williams, Carr Evans, Rudy Gay, Doug Christie. On to the Knicks now. Kristaps squeaking in there. Charles Oakley, Mark Jackson, Earl Monroe? Yeah, Earl Monroe, Dick Barnett, Amare, John Starks, Michael Ray. I almost said Malachi Richardson, but that's a current player. AJ Allen Houston, Dave Dubashery, and Mello. Willie Reed, Patrick Ewing, Walt Frazier. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 players before you get to the out of 90 reach. One more than the Boston Celtics. Look at the inside. A+, 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 A+. What is this shit? Magic, Kobe, Shaq, Jerry West, Kareem, Elgin Baylor, James Worthy, George Mikan, Will Chamberlain, Powell, Gail Goodrich, Wilkes, Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, Derek Fisher. Wow. Whew. Wow. I'm going to go from bottom up right now. Aaron Gordon, Bo Outlaw, Brian Shaw, Vukovic, Armstrong, Steve Francis, Horace Grant, Dennis Scott, Nelson Anderson, Shaq, Howard, Hardaway, McGrady. Woo, what a team to play with. Penny Hardaway, Tracy McGrady. We could do, oh my God. You could do George Hill, Grant Hill, Dwight Howard, and Shaq. Wow. Nobody's scoring on that front court, though. Grant Hill, Dwight Howard, and Shaq. Ooh, that's nasty. Dirk, Rolando, I almost thought that said Ronaldo Bulkman. And I was like, you better tell me Ronaldo Bulkman had an 88 overall. Rolando Blackman. Makes more sense now. Mark Aguirre, Jim Jackson, Jason Terry, Michael Finley, Jamal Mashburn, Derek Harper, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Sean Bradley, Tyson Chandler, Sam Parkins, JJ, and Brendan Haywood. Ooh, we went way too far there. What are we on? The Nets. Keith Van Horn, Kendall Gill. I'm not going to name all the names now. This is getting kind of tiresome. You can read them. I'm just going to talk about the teams. The Nets, I honestly didn't really... I was trying to think of players. Obviously, Dr. J. I forgot about Jason Kidd. I don't know why. And I forgot about Vince Carter, too. I really couldn't think of any all-time Nets players. I knew Brook Lopez would probably be on there, but I was struggling for a second. Darren Williams. I don't know why he's not on there. Is he? Okay, he is. He's on there, too. Oh, this is the one I'm excited for. Here we go. I got a complaint, and we'll get through that in a second. David Thompson, finally in the game. Been wanting him to be in the game forever. I think he was in some my teams, but I just figured with all of his cocaine, or was it crack? Crack cocaine, whatever he was hooked on, I just figured they didn't want him in the game, but I was wrong. Here he is. He's in the game, and I get to play with him. Mello, Alex English, Dan Eisel, Fat Lever, Allen Iverson, Kiki Vanderway, Dikembe Mutombo, Antonio McDyess, words, Nick Van Axel, Chauncey Billups, Muhammad Abdul-Rauf, LaFonso Ellis, Nene, and Gallo. Now, here's my complaint. There is no way in absolute hell that Danilo Gallinari should be on here over J.R. Smith and Marcus Camby. Marcus Camby should get the spot over him, then J.R., then Gallo. I'll give Gallo the third, but no way above J.R. No way above. Marcus Camby was, what, a 2 or 3 time Defensive Player of the Year with the Nuggets? Like, I don't know. But it's kind of stupid. I'll just switch it if I ever want to play with the team. It's not that big of a deal. Pacers. Not going to be a lot of people here. Paul George. Where in the hell? Hold on. Wow, the Pacers don't have Danny Granger? Why did he not make the all-time team? That's weird. You tell me Roy Hibbert made it, but Danny Granger didn't? I don't know, man. That's 2K. You missed it there. J.R. Smith. So J.R. Smith made it with the Hornets, but not the Nuggets. Okay. Okay. Don't make sense, but Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, and Baron Davis. That's nasty. And then you got DeMarcus too. Don't forget that because he still plays for them now. This is another one that's going to be really, really easy to play with all the Detroit. Imagine playing with the Detroit Bad Boys and the 04 Pistons. That's going to be fun. Isaiah Thomas, Dumar, George Hill. Why do I keep saying George Hill? Grant Hill. Bob Lanier, Chauncey, Ben Wallace. No Rasheed Wallace, although he should be in here. Stackhouse, Rip, Dave Bing, Dennis Rodman, Bill Laimbeer, Andre Drummond. Jeez, man. Not a good team compared to the rest, but an exciting team with Vinny Carter, T-Mac, Chris Bosh, DeMar, Kyle Lowry, Stoudemire, Antonio Davis. All-time Rockets will be a little more star-powered. Steve Francis, Yao coming in there, Clyde to Glide, James Harden, Hakeem, T-Mac, George Gervin. See, I get Aldridge making it because obviously he's an 86 overall, but Bruce Bowen, baby, all that defense. You tell me lateral quickness, three-point, and mid-range are his top 3 attributes when he has an A+ perimeter. He had an A+ three-point shooting as well. I know he could shoot, but I didn't know he could shoot that well. He was your true 3-and-D player right there. Bruce Bowen, that's why I'm a fan of him. Dennis Rodman, I didn't forget he was on the Spurs, but that's such a weird fit. Rodman playing for the Spurs? It's not what I see. That's like kind of why I didn't think Rudy Gay would go there. I was like, that's not a Spurs kind of guy, but I don't know. Well, I guess Dennis Rodman is a Spurs kind of, fundamental rebounds, defense, but whoo, very, very, very extravagant off the court and on the court, honestly. He was kind of a pain in the ass to everybody. The bully worm. That's the point. It's weird. Is this the best? No, it's not the best. I was going to say, that's a really good starting 4, though. Well, obviously you start 5, but top 4 with Kevin Durant, Ray Allen got a 95. Gary Payton and Russell Westbrook. Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love. Wow, the fact that Kevin Love is your franchise's second best player kind of says a lot. Karl-Anthony Towns obviously will pass him soon. Al Jefferson, Sam Castle, Andrew Wiggins, Wally Zerbiak, Zach LaVine. Wow, poor Timberwolves. I think they got to be the worst franchise in history, honestly. I don't see how they can't be. Bill Walton, Clyde Glide. LaMarcus made it on this one too. Now this is where LaMarcus should be. I think he's just a trailblazer. Zach Randolph. I forgot he started his career in Portland. Nick Batum. Honestly forgot he played in Portland as well. Imagine if Nick Batum stayed though. You imagine Lillard, McCollum, and Batum right now? And throw in some Wesley Matthews. That's right. I remember because Portland lost their entire team. Wesley Matthews went to Dallas. Nick Batum went to Charlotte. Zach Randolph was already gone at this point, but I do remember that now because I remember making a roster video and I went to the Trailblazers. I think it was 2K16, and I was like, "What happened in the Trailblazers?" So now I remember. This is the last team? No, 2 more teams. We got the Warriors with Wilt the Stilt, baby. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Rick Barry, Chris Mullin. This is just an unfair team. Wow. Is we gonna have? Yep, there he is. Monte is the last one. Okay. All-time Wizards. Otto Porter, Manute Bol, baby. 7'7". He's in it. He's in it. And I'm not gonna attempt to say his name. I know him, but George. Everyone called him George. I think it was Josh, but George Merson, 7'7". 2 7'7" monsters on this team. I think I know who I'm playing with, and I think I know who I'm gonna start. We gotta have John. But you can't start him over Elvin Hayes and Unsled. But I wanna, because I want 2 7'7" monsters in my starting lineup. And that's it. Larry Hughes. I forgot he played with Washington. It was a young Larry Hughes. That is it, guys. We've done everything. Do they even have Euro teams anymore? Did they get rid of the Euro teams? Poor Euro teams. I was gonna do a video on the Euro teams, but since there are none, that is going to wrap it up, guys. That is all the rosters. All the videos should be up by now. You can go ahead and check out the channel if you want to see the rest of the complete 2K roster. They're all in separate videos. That's going to wrap it up, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to this channel to support it, keep it growing, and until next time, peace.